Hola clase! Today, we're going to learn how to conjugate verbs that end in AR in the present tense. Don't forget to take notes! Verbs are words that show an action, occurrence, or state of being. Every sentence requires a verb. The basic form of a verb is known as its infinitive, meaning that the verb has not yet been conjugated. In English, we identify infinitives because we add to before the verb. Example: to talk, to eat, to write are all infinitive verbs. In Spanish, we recognize an infinitive verb by its ending. All non-conjugated verbs in Spanish end in either AR, ER, or IR. For example, hablar, comer, escribir. Each of these three categories of verbs follow the same pattern when you conjugate them. Today, we are going to be focusing only in verbs that end in AR, and we will be conjugating them in the present tense. Let's review our subject pronouns before we start. Yo is I, tú is you, usted is also you but formal, él is he, ella is she. These three we group together because they will have the same ending when conjugated. Nosotros, nosotras mean we, vosotros, vosotras mean you all, used only in Spain. Ustedes means you all, and ellos, ellas mean they. These three we also group together because they too have the same ending when conjugated. Remember that ella and ellas are non-gender binary pronouns that could also be used but have not yet been approved by the Real Academia Española. Now, let's look at the steps to conjugating verbs. First, we take off the ending. Second, we keep the stem of the verb. And third, we add the ending that corresponds to the subject. It's very easy. Here are some verbs that end in AR that we can use as examples. Caminar, to walk, hablar, to talk, estudiar, to study. Let's start with the verb caminar. Take off the ending AR, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo camino, tú caminas, él camina, nosotros caminamos, vosotros camináis, ellos caminan. And now the verb hablar. Take off the ending AR, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo hablo, tú hablas, ella habla, nosotras hablamos, vosotras habláis, ellas hablan. And one more. Estudiar. Take off the ending AR, keep the stem of the verb, add the ending that corresponds to the subject. Yo estudio, tú estudias, usted estudia, nosotros estudiamos, vosotras estudiáis, ustedes estudian. Now, let's take a look at some examples. El verbo estudiar. Yo estudio en el Colegio Comunitario de Fresno. Or, estudio en el Colegio Comunitario de Fresno. I study in Fresno City College. Yo is in parentheses because in Spanish, subject pronouns are optional since the ending of the verb tells us who the subject is. And now, el verbo hablar. La profesora habla español durante la clase. The professor speaks Spanish during class. Y el verbo caminar. Los estudiantes caminan a la biblioteca. The students walk to the library. This is all for today's lesson. Hasta luego!